Nerd reactor, roll out.
What's up, everybody? John here, and it's time to talk about John Wick Chapter 4. There's been interviews where they mentioned that this is going to be like a conclusion to John Wick's story. And yes, after watching this movie, it is a fitting end to the John Wick saga. We finally get some closure in this movie. And it all started with the first one where they killed John Wick's dog, and then it just gets bigger and bigger with each movie, with assassins coming after John Wick. So his bounty is getting higher, a bunch of assassins, and it never stopped. And so yes, for this one, it's going to be that final showdown of just him versus the high table versus assassins. But yes, John Wick Chapter 4 knocks it out of the park again. This is a very long movie, almost 3 hours long, and it does try to get some story into it. So there is a middle section that tries to catch you up on what's happening, on how he can get out of this whole bounty, and we have another element of story with Donnie Yen's character of Kane. And I would say this is, other than John Wick being the main character, Kane is the other most important character in the film, and I'm all for it because Donnie Yen kicks ass, and together with Donnie Yen, with Keanu Reeves as John Wick, it's double the action, and it's just high octane, just shoot 'em up, really cool sequences, including really long one shot of just John Wick kicking ass. And yeah, let's talk about the action. There's plenty of action in this. John Wick, if you've seen the John Wick films, Keanu Reeves, he does his thing. He does the thing where he just shoots people, he attacks people, he takes them down, and nothing can get in his way. He is on a war path. You do not want to mess with John Wick. And after watching these movies, I don't know if these assassins ever realize, you know what? He's been killing all these assassins. I'm pretty sure there is a count number somewhere of how many people that John Wick has killed. And if it keeps getting higher, the bounty, you would think, you know what? Maybe it's not worth it trying to go after this guy because I might die. But people will, because people want that money. And when the bounty is there, people are going to try to hunt him down. But other than this bounty, you also have this story of the high table, because the high table wants him dead for just doing what he's doing. He's hunting the high table, and he's got to be put down. So they're going to send their best assassins after him. And they, with the high table assassins, they're upgraded. They have armor. They have the nice suits. And they're very deadly. But that's not enough because, you're watching a John Wick film to see Keanu Reeves just eliminate a lot of his rivals. And you'll get that in this movie. And one of the highlights for me for this one, Donnie Yen. I want to talk about Donnie Yen as Kane. He is blind, and the way they do the action as a blind man fighting is very creative, very inventive, and unique, and just cool looking. Just to see how Kane dispatches his opponents. And it's just through the hearing, through just touching things, using his weapons to feel things out, and also gadgets. So there's this one scene where he's going up against these people. He's using gadgets, and it's in the dark. But it was just one of the coolest action sequences ever in action cinema, and it's I'm glad it belonged to Donnie Yen, because Donnie Yen, I want to see more of him in film, and just especially here, like a Hollywood film. And yeah, with Kane, he's the antagonist because he's being hired by the high table to go after John Wick, and so John Wick versus Kane. Oh, you're in for a wild ride. And with the latest installment of John Wick, I want to just give props to the writers with Shay Hatton and Michael Finch, where they actually just take the themes of what he's been doing in the first 3 films, like it's just trying to survive. Anyone that's coming after him, like the first one, he's going after the people who killed his dog, but in like 2 and 3, assassins are coming after him, so he's just trying to survive. And then with 4, we kind of feel the repercussions of anyone that comes into contact with John Wick dies, and so we're gonna see a little bit more depth to John Wick's character, where, you know, is he doing, what should he do, how far is too far, like does he care about the people that are helping him out, and will he have a conscience, will he change his ways? And so the movie touches a little bit on that, especially with some of the characters that he meets. And of course, the people going after him, the High Table has hired the character of Marquis, played by Bill Skarsgård, and it's a very different role for what I'm used to seeing him, especially as Pennywise in It. So this one, he's a little bit more serious. He's trying to do his thing. He's hiring the best assassins, and he just wants to take out John Wick. So yeah, he's a bad, evil character, and ruthless, and some parts where he's just cunning, just trying to figure things out, trying to figure out how to take down John Wick, because he'll do anything to try to take him down. John Wick Chapter 4, you have other characters, actors joining in that just solidifies this movie as just an awesome action movie, and some just cool drama as well. You got actors like Hiroyuki Sanada, he's always been great, and you also have martial artists like Scott Adkins, who is really unrecognizable in this film, and others like Marco Zorar and Shamir Anderson. And also you have J-pop star Rina Sawayama. She's in this, and she kicks ass too, and she gets her moment. And this movie is just bringing a lot of characters to the world of John Wick. But yeah, so overall, John Wick Chapter 4, it brings the action to a higher level with the latest installment in the series, and there's going to be plenty of just blood and mayhem and just cool fighting and gun action sequences. So it's just a lot of fun, and it can just, you know, you got to just keep watching. It's just see John Wick just keep on hammering away against the enemies that just keeps coming after wave after wave after wave. And then you have the story that just feels there's more story to this out of all of these series. But yeah, so John Wick Chapter 4, it's solid. It continues on with the awesome action that we know of from the John Wick series. Chaz Stahelski is still capable of delivering just high octane action and just an awesome fun time at the theaters. And just watching the action sequences and just bringing in more characters that are just as cool as John Wick, especially with Donnie Yen as Kane. So that's a highlight right there. And after this, I want to see a spin-off of the Kane character, just to see him just kick more ass. I want to see him, Donnie Yen, in a Hollywood movie, starring in a Hollywood movie. That's what I want to see. Let's make this happen. So yeah, those are my thoughts for John Wick Chapter 4. Let me know what your thoughts are once the movie comes out. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next time.